This is a great time of the year to put together your own swag with greens from your garden. And here's what I've done. This took about 3 minutes and I didn't have enough ribbon, but it gives you an idea. This is Douglas fir, and then I've used salal and I just sprayed it with a little bit of red paint, and I took a piece of firethorn and used some glitter paint on it, put a bow on it, and there's your swag. Now here are a few simple principles as how to put this together. But before I do that, let me tell you one thing. I went to the Nursery or Garden Center and I got some greens, and they sell them at this time of the year. Cedar, juniper, and oh, the juniper is very, very fragrant. Also, they had in the bunch, it was all in a bunch too, by the way, some Doug fir, and they also had this beautiful noble fir. And that was all together in one bunch. So if you live in an apartment or something and don't have greens, you can buy them at those locations. But here's how you get started. You take one branch, and this is from a Douglas fir in my garden, and you point it upwards and take the other branch and point it downwards and overlap the two. That's really important. Now in this particular case, I'm going to add a little bit of color to this by using a little bit of the cedar as well. We'll just add a couple branches pointing downwards, and then we'll put a branch or two, if I have to. Yeah, here's another one, upwards. See, so that begins to fill it out better. Then in addition to that, I'm going to use a little bit of juniper, point one down here and one up here in this manner, and those are all overlapped, as you can see. Then I'll take a flexible wire, or you could use florist wires, maybe easier. I like to have it on a spool like this, because what you need to do is to be able to tie it off and yet at the same time have some pressure to pull the wire very, very tight. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm tying it off here in the back to begin. Now is what I'll do is to take this spool and run it over the top like so, and then pull tight, and then do it again once or twice like so. Now I can cut that wire. Since I have a pruning shears, that's what I'll use, and I'll tie that off again. Now we could take, and if you don't know how to make a bow, just buy one like I've done here and put it on like so. And it's, fairly attractive for a door piece. You can also use, if you have pine in the garden, add other greens to it. Let's see, I better face it around the right way here and do exactly the same thing. So, a swag for the door during the holiday season is really nice. And it's very simple for you to do with greens from your own garden. And now's a good time to get started.